Um, Cause of concern for attraction. Um, Someone was saying that I didn't care about their group of people because I was not attracted to them physically, emotionally, sexually. Um, they said that I didn't want to look their way because of their skin color and their hair texture. I grew up as a brown, obviously, a brown woman, um, Latin origins. Um, this is my complexion. Sometimes in the summer, if I'm out in the sun, I get really, really what you call like a dark skin, and sometimes when I'm not in the sun, I get a little bit lighter. Um, but obviously, again, yeah, the best of both worlds, I guess. And that means I experience life in whatever context I experience it in. And they tried to deceive me and cause me to again gain instability so that they could sleep with me, because unstable girls attract more attention, and weaker vulnerable girls are more attractive to men because men can feed on that vulnerability. She's easier access to sleep with, and stuff like the date rape drug. When they like date rape a girl, she's all loose and goose, and you can sleep with her better. She's a little bit more emotional. She's sad. You can sleep with her better. She's sick even. You can sleep with her better. It's just more of a ploy to have sex with her. And they said that I wasn't attracted to them because of their skin color and their hair color, which wasn't true, because some of these men I grew up with since birth, and some of them I grew up with in high school since being a teenager, my whole life, basically, just say my whole life. And the idea was, I came out and said a black man, actually an ex-best friend, his name was Muhammad Kanate, and he tried to sexually assault me. I was messed up off of medication, and I invited him over. I did consent at first, but my mind was so fucked up when everything was happening. I wanted him to stop. The difference is that he didn't stop. So when I said, "Can we stop?" he just grabbed my hands and like squeezed them harder and told me to like be quiet. Basically, like, don't stop. And I felt so weak because I was already on so much medication. And these men are saying, "Yeah, you don't care about our people. You don't care about this." And I was so confused because I was like, "I'm not that different from you. What are you talking about?" But maybe I was different just in how I took care of myself and how that made me physically appear. And he probably wasn't taking care of himself either. And when I was sick and vulnerable, it just gave him like more access to me. And they were saying that, oh yeah, it's because she's a little bit lighter and her hair texture is a little bit this. And she has different origins of race where she comes from as well. And so I was confused when they would tell me that, because sometimes it was like, no, you are black. And then they would say, no, you already know that you're different. You come from different places. And it's confusing because I do come from different places. I come from multiple different places that I'm even learning now as I'm like growing into my own identity. And some of this is, obviously, we come from Earth. The Earth has a large history, and obviously all of those integrations. So even talking about where you come from is weird because there's a lot of knowledge. A lot of people have a lot of things in common too. So even talking about cultural history in that way is like really off and weird for me, because it's like, okay, there's a guy, he's like, I am Canadian and he's Caucasian, and so I'm assuming he speaks French, and obviously like that's a part of his cultural identity, because nobody can say it's not, because he's Caucasian, and that he's Canadian, because in Canada, that's where they were that's where a lot of the French migrated, and they ended up colonizing in Canada. So he's a white man, he's French, he speaks French. There are black people that speak French. There are, Latin people that speak French as well. All of these different mixtures. And the person told me that I wasn't attracted to him, and I was friends with him since I was young, and I even gave him a chance. Like, we even dated in high school. We weren't sleeping together in high school, but we dated in high school. And him just like having violated like my sexual boundaries in that way and taking advantage of me in that state, obviously always left a sore spot in my heart. And it's not that I hate African Americans. I do hate people that sexually abuse people, if that's what you mean. And now I think, like, if you ever go around to different parts of the culture, because people in different cultures, because they're a little bit lighter than you, and you think that you could rape them, and that because they're not attracted to you, I would say that there are, when I don't know the statistic of how many people are in each tribe, but just say you have about 2 million people in your own tribe. There are about 10 women in your own tribe. 5 of them you may be attracted to, 5 of them you may not be attracted to. And there is nobody in the world that could tell you to date a woman in your own tribe that you were not attracted to. And so looking into your own tribes, to those 10 women over, before you get upset at another woman in another tribe that is not attracted to you, because that's not fair. And you're just trying to seek her attention, and you're seeking it in a very manipulative way. And I'm not that type of girl to reciprocate that type of attention. I never was. I never did like that. And it just doesn't work for me that way. Okay.